To the zone with RGB and Mike. Anthony's here too, let's ride the hype. Bigfoot's on the run, Area 51's tight. Digging deep for truth, we ain't afraid to fight. Flat Earth theories got us spinning wild. JFK secrets hidden in the files. Illuminati whispers, fashion crooked smiles. I won't tune in, sit back and stay a while. Conspiracy chaos, we uncover the lies. Deep state shadows, yeah they can't disguise. We're cracking codes, watch the truth arise. Let the chaos reign, tearing through the skies. CIA plots under moonlight schemes. Hidden agendas ain't as crazy as they seem. Voices in the dark amplifying dreams. Conspiracy chaos, nothing's what it seems. Follow the breadcrumbs, follow the light. In the rabbit hole with us, pitch black night. RGB and Mike, guided by our might. Anthony with wisdom, out of sight. Conspiracy chaos, we uncover the lies. Deep state shadows, yeah they can't disguise. We're cracking codes, watch the truth arise. Let the chaos reign, tearing through the skies.
Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Conspiracy Chaos. My name is RGB. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure when you're tuning in here, you're liking, subscribing, and sharing this post. This chat here. Joining me as always, we got Florida Mike and Area 51 Anthony. What's up, fellas?
What up, boys? How we doing?
Hello.
Back at it. Gonna get into a little bit of everything tonight. I was just watching some YouTube documentaries and videos and shit like that on some missing 411. It's a topic I'm real interested in, just for the fact of these people going to it's a national park thing, and people just end up going missing, dude. There's a lot of rabbit holes you can jump down when you get into the national parks, from Yellowstone to, I mean, even up here in the Adirondacks, man. And that's one of the stories I'd like to talk about tonight, because I know you guys aren't too familiar with the missing 411. Ant, you didn't even know about the case that's right in our hometown, bro.
No idea, brother. No idea, bro. You have to tell me more
What up,
about
Pat?
it.
We got Pat in the chat. What's up, Pat? Yeah, boys,
Tell me
man.
tell me more about this 411 Raja RGB.
So, all right, the missing 411 is basically, I think the stat is something crazy, because I was listening to a podcast earlier and they were talking about it. It's over, average is like 2,300 people a year go missing in national parks. So there's this guy, David Paulides. He does these whole documentaries on it, the missing 411. And there's so many coincidences in all these cases, kind of similar to the smiley face killer, where, you know, they're found in bodies of water and this and that. But let me pull up real quick some of Paulides' stuff. So that being said, in our area, there was this guy. He's from Troy, and they go up hiking in the Adirondacks. Now, the Adirondacks, Mikey, is like almost like the tip of the Appalachian Trail, and there's a lot of stuff. We can do a whole episode on the Appalachian Trail in itself. There's a lot of cryptids and sketchy shit people always see and say about that. So he had a house up there where he would go camping with his family, and like friends, guys he grew up with, they all bought camps up there. So it was like a tradition for these guys to go up in the woods and go hiking and hunting and hanging out at the lake and everything else.
Yeah.
Well,
Boys weekend?
Yeah, family weekend, boys weekend, the whole summer they would go up there for weeks at a time. This guy was a 70-something, late 70s. He was retired. And so they all go out, but they went out. Instead of going, most of the time, like, I'm not a hunter, but most of the time, guys, when they go hunting, they go out first thing in the morning. You know, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, go set up, go post up, and then wait for the deers or whatever to walk by, and you're good to go from there. Well, these guys decided to do a late run at it's like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And it came like dinner time, and they all went. And what their plan was to, I believe there was 6 of them. 6 or 7. There's different numbers reported. 6 or 7 of them. And basically, like, the young guys were going to go walk around and try to push, like, scare all the deer to push them into these guys' tracks, so they have, you know, they be able to hunt. And they all lined up. There was 3 or 4 of them lined up 100 yards apart. and they all had walkie-talkies. They all had everything, right? Well, when they were unsuccessful on the hunt, and when it was time to give up and go home, everybody walked in and everybody showed up except Tom, the old man. So when Tom didn't show up, they keep walking and walking, and then what even hunters do sometimes is they fire off a few shots just to let the person, if they're lost or something, like they're further away than they thought they were, they know what direction to go, kind of thing. And that was unsuccessful. So they started to panic. Now they went looking for him, continued to look for him. Eventually put in a search call that he was missing. One of the sons went back to the camp and let everybody else know that Tom wasn't there and this and that. The mother, his wife, wasn't even at the camp that weekend. She was home down in Troy. So she gets the phone call in the morning. Listen, we can't find Dad. We're going to find him. I'll call you in the morning or whatever. So she ended up coming up first thing in the morning, as well as this is when law enforcement gets involved. So they start interviewing all the people with him. And I actually have a small connection. I went to school with this guy's grandson. So like I know, a family member of his. And so they start interviewing and nobody heard anything. They haven't found his gun. They haven't found a piece of clothing. He had like a little lunch with him, like with his snacks in it. They didn't find his snacks. Now this guy is partially deaf and blind in one eye. So it's not like he's going to be too successful navigating through the forest, especially out around the mountains. It's a very rough terrain up there. So with this guy they come out a full-blown search party. Like the first day was like 25 people. The second day was like 150 people. The third day, it's over, you got the New York State Police, the county sheriffs, local police, regular just like volunteer searchers, and then the FBI shows up. Now, I don't know if you guys, it might sound normal, right? Someone's missing, FBI shows up. Sure, if it's a kid.
No, they don't. If it's a kid, yeah.
The FBI doesn't get involved when it's a missing adult.
No.
So that was one sketchy thing about that. Now, but in that defense, this was also the time where about an hour and a half, 2 hours north from where they were was when that Dannemora prison escape happened.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're going 10 years now, 10, 11 years now. So that could have also possibly been a reason that the feds were up there. But I don't know, man. And so this guy never to be seen again. Never anything of him ever to be seen. Nothing. Gone completely. Now, he had no reason.
Up, Scotty.
He had no reason to disappear, right? He had no reason. He's a 75, 80-year-old man. Like, he's chilling. He's retired. He's living the life he wanted with his family, all this. Where are you going to go? And he would have been found if he did do something or he fell into the water or whatever the case. Now, what's weird to me is they just, like, I don't know. It's just the fact that, like, where did he go? Like, where did this guy go? Why is there not anything? Now, this is one case. We could pull up 411s where they're the same story. I'm telling you the same story. A guy went on a hike with family and then just never came back, and it's always in the national parks. It is such craziness. Ant, you don't remember any of this in like the newspapers or anything like that?
I literally do not remember any of it. What?
And see if you can pull up Tom Messick, Missing 411, besides the documentary by Politis, and see if like any articles or.
Now, isn't when you're talking about like just completely disappearing and like what happens to him, isn't there a certain president that's sort of tied to, I don't know, like a contract or agreement where they're allowed to take people?
Eisenhower made a treaty with the aliens. You can actually pull that up. That's a legit. Yeah. So the wording in that with aliens, they're trying to say, do they mean like illegal aliens or like immigrants from another country kind of thing, like that type of alien? But the timing of it and all that shit that's what's a little sketch. But yeah, it's
just like a beam me up, Scotty. Like you're just sitting.
Or like you see those videos where like There he is, yeah. Brant Lake, there it is. So one of the guys I golf with all the time, my buddy Hank, he goes camping up at Brant Lake every year. And it's same thing. He's a local guy. He knew nothing about this story. So I said, Hank, what
Ink.
I said, you're going to Brant Lake? He's like, yeah. Did you ever watch The Missing 411 on Amazon? He's like, no. I go check it out. Dude, he sits down with his wife right after dinner and he goes, Raj told me to watch this documentary about Brant Lake. He didn't know what the fuck it was really about. And sure enough, his wife's like, what are you doing? I'm never going camping up there. And I was terrified.
But like,
But there's
so here's my question, man. Like, why take him? I'm sure there's probably other fitter, more healthier people, right?
Right. You can obviously see in the picture here, you know, he's blind in one eye. He's not going to be physically
I'm sorry. He like, hey, you guys.
yeah, so he's gonna send the fucking Sloth after you guys. He's probably hanging out with fucking Sloth right now on the mountain. Who knows? But another crazy thing about this particular case, 2 weeks or 10 days later, over in the Vermont, Green Mountains of Vermont, which is literally maybe 50 miles from the Adirondack Mountain, another man went missing in very similar circumstances.
Wow.
Same age?
Older man, yeah. I don't know if he was older to as old as Tom, but definitely.
Now are most of these missing 401s of elderly people?
No.
Okay.
Nope. It's a variety.
A variety of ages.
Yep.
So that's not a pattern to follow.
No.
And age too, obviously age is different.
So this David Politis has 3 different documentaries on this missing 411. He did one in 2017, 19, and then there's also a UFO connection. And I think that's the one. I haven't seen that one, but I'm betting that's the way he ties it into the Eisenhower.
So Raj, can I read this, Raj, real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Who was Tom Messick? Tom served in the U.S. Army as a paratrooper with the 82nd Airborne Division. He was 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed approximately 160 pounds. He was an experienced hunter and woodsman and taught hunter and survival training for many years.
So he knows how to navigate the woods.
Sure does.
And he knows how to fight off anybody if need be.
He does. He had a history of heart problems and lost his eye in an accident with an explosive device. Interesting. In his early 20s. So he had poor vision and limited hearing, as well as 159 stitches in his hand. I wonder why. He had also just gotten over a case of shingles and nearly decided not to go on the annual hunting trip. Very interesting.
This was an every year thing, man. This is an every year thing this family did. Multiple guys went up there. Dude, it's fucking nuts, dude. And I just sent you a picture on the group chat.
Okay.
Pull that up real quick. So here's another tie. I'm gonna try to get this guy on for the podcast, kind of to even get into this topic a little bit with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Facebook. It's Adirondack Bigfoot. Obviously a local guy to us, Anthony.
Yep.
I'm gonna get him on, but his Facebook page, I actually follow his YouTube and Facebook page. He does a very deep dive into some of the shit. Did it come through?
Yep, I got it. I'm bringing it up right now, buddy.
Yeah. So these are the map Anthony's about to pull up is all the Bigfoot sightings in the the whole New York region, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. Yo, how come you see that video? It's illegal in a state to kill Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah, I sent the thing yesterday. I was like, what? And it was a state, Tennessee, maybe Washington, where it was illegal to shoot and kill Bigfoot.
That's too
It's probably that's a Tennessee thing, man. That's a Tennessee or West Virginia.
nice. So there you go, Rob.
So look at this. Mikey, we're pretty much right at the Albany sign there. That's kind of where we are. Now, if you go I don't know, about a third of the way up from us towards the north, straight on the straight line from the north, that's the Adirondacks. So that heavily dotted area to the north of us is the Adirondacks. So Tom
Okay.
went missing on one of those black dots up there.
Okay. Black
But
dot.
those, yeah, I think they're black dots. Tough for me to see. I'll look at my.
Yeah, it's
phone.
red,
I'm
maybe
colorblind
green,
too, so I'm not going to be a big help.
yellow.
It looks like there's
It's fucking small, I'll tell you that.
yeah, there's a few like there's a few black ones if you look up in the middle there, and from those I believe that's the key for like where people have actually gone missing. And then there's also quite a few down below us is the Catskill Mountains, and there's been a lot of disappearances and UFO sightings in that area, particularly, especially in the Hudson Valley, Westchester County area. It's very high for UFO sightings. There was a major UFO sighting back in the late 80s, early 90s over the Hudson Valley.
Okay. I'm looking at, I switched it to this. I'm looking at the map.
Yeah, so if you look at the map and you go just a little bit north of Albany, Mike,
Yeah, I see it.
there's that cluster of dots up there.
Yeah.
That's the Adirondacks. So there's a lot of disappearances up there. And then when you go below us, that's where the Catskill Mountains are. And similar, that's where the ones, like I said, are you're going to see a lot of, you'll hear a lot about UFO sightings and shit like that. There's actually a crazy shit about the Catskills that they have like, there's like a, not to get too, I don't know, into religion or whatever, but there's like an Islamic group that trains in the Catskill Mountains, and it's a camp.
Right.
I'll send you guys Islamville. I'll send you the video on YouTube. It's fucking wild. That's
crazy,
wild.
dude.
Yeah,
that
in
either,
Washington State.
What's
you
that,
say, Mike?
Raj? Oh, go ahead.
What'd you say, Mike?
It's a Washington State. It's illegal to hunt Bigfoot.
Yeah, because they know that dude's up there chilling. That's why.
Dude, I bet you man, I would love, hey, when I come up there, why don't we just go on a Bigfoot hunt?
Bro, we could easily.
Do it.
We could set you up on a tour.
I think now.
I don't want to go on a tour. I want to go us three by ourselves, just go walking.
Well, here's
Hell
the
no,
deal.
bro.
Here's the deal.
Really?
Why?
Here's
What's wrong?
the
You
deal.
afraid of Bigfoot?
Here's
Hell
the
yeah, I'm
deal.
afraid of Bigfoot.
Florida Mike, if for some reason the original plans don't happen when you come up, maybe we could contact Tartarian Explorer, and that could be the
Ooh.
weekend we explore. What do you
I
think?
don't know if he'd
Maybe.
be into that, but yeah. I don't know if he's a big cryptid guy. I know he likes to we gotta get him over to Emma Willard too. I drove past Emma Willard and thought of him today with the Tartaria.
Yeah,
Yeah, but dude, like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it is a big, like, this guy goes missing? Do you think it's a Bigfoot? Do you think it's portals opening up? And you also see those videos and shit now where, like, you see the mountain doors opening, like there's secret entrances to
Yeah.
caves.
Like, what if he fell through like a trap door?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have been that. It could be like a cave system. Because if you pull up the Adirondack cave system too, it's kind of where a lot of these people go missing.
let me look
And,
it up.
and there are currently people living down there too, if I'm not mistaken, right? Isn't it like a city kind of?
In the caves?
Yeah.
Caves, they say it's the what did you ever the Mowabi. They say the Mowabi are the underground people.
Okay.
That's what the Native Americans call them.
Yeah, I'm getting it up right now, guys. I'm getting
Yeah,
it
the
up.
Mowabi. There's a video of Native Americans being shown like a alien, like a ET type alien.
Yep.
And they said, no, that's not alien, that's a Mowabi. Like, what? Yeah, we call them Mowabi, the underground people. They're very dangerous.
Stop. All right, so I'm bringing it up right now. We'll scroll through this, guys. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go.
I'm so interested in this missing 411 shit, dude. It's just an interesting topic.
Yeah, I wonder if it is tied to the Eisenhower, like you said.
That's another theory, right? Is it aliens coming down? Like, then you go back to Fire in the Sky with Travis Walton.
Or is it like our government using our Area 51 spaceships to just
Do
take
testing?
people? Do
Yeah,
testing.
do
Yeah.
testing. Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. It opens up the whole rabbit hole. And see if you can
Exploring
just
houses and
go to
canals.
Adirondack Cave Systems and hit images.
Okay.
That might be the better route. But yeah, it's just like there's so many, like when you're a conspiracy theory like this these are the ones that like are fun conspiracies to me. I mean, it's obviously tragic that this man is missing and his family
Yeah.
doesn't know and all that shit. 100% all these other people are missing, but it's an interesting, like, where did he go? Where
Yeah.
the
What's
fuck?
the meaning? What's the purpose of it? Like, like when we talk about Disney and all the kids go missing from Disney, we know why, right? It's children. That is the mission. Children, age, whatever. Like this guy is just, he's older. He's not really fit. It's
Right.
just they're all random. When you read about the missing 401s, there's no rhyme or reason. I think that's like what intrigues you the most is like why, where did they go, why, for what?
For what? Yep.
Yeah.
So there's also this guy. He does a YouTube page, the Lore Lodge. He comes up here. I think he's from Pennsylvania or something, but he comes up here and does he goes and retraces all the steps of where they would have been and does the whole thing. He does a really good job
What's his
covering
name,
the
Raj?
story. The Lore Lodge, LORE Lodge. He's got really cool shit on YouTube with about this Tom Messick, as well as David Paulides. I mean, Paulides does a whole documentary on it on Amazon.
So how long has this missing 411 conspiracy been going on for?
Years.
How far do they date back?
Years. Like back to the 70s, I believe. So,
Wow. Okay.
dude, that's a good question because I'm wondering if those dates tie into Eisenhower signing that treaty. Yeah, there he is, the Lore Lodge. Go check him out. He's got a dope page over there too. I'd like to get him on and talk a little bit about this. Him or Paulides, they got a lot more detail and information than what. I mean, I followed the case reading the newspaper locally when it was happening.
Missing in Vermont, the Brianna. Wow. Okay. Usual missing 411 cases in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, see, it's a big thing, man.
Okay, this might be a good follow for me. This is cool stuff, Raj.
It's neat, right? It's an interesting.
Thank you.
It says the missing 411 phenomenon that has been a subject of investigation and discussion for over 10 years. The first book in the series, Missing 411 at Western U.S., has 9,000 hours
Damn.
of investigative work.
That's crazy.
It's a long fucking time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
It's crazy to think about, though, right?
I have no answer and I don't know. Just like everybody else.
Here's a number that'll blow your mind.
And this guy who does this, dude, Paulides, he's a retired police officer, so it's not like he's just a Joe Schmo like us.
Yeah.
He's decorated.
Florida Mike, what's the number? That's just about it. You blow my mind, Florida Mike.
Sorry,
Blow.
In the United States, over 600,000 people go missing every year.
How many of them in national parks?
Ooh,
Curious to that number.
I could Google
I bet
that.
I bet it's over 2,000 people a year go missing in a national park throughout the country.
I'll search it quick. How many missing?
600,000 people just missing
Yeah, that's probably.
a year.
I'd hate to say that a majority of that number probably goes to human trafficking.
All right, so here we
Oh,
go.
absolutely. 300,000 of that was children. And
All right, I'm going to read this. I'm just going to read this. Over 1.6 million person cases have been recorded in national parks with a concerning number of individuals found deceased. In 2020 alone, there were 49,306 cases opened, highlighted the urgent need to address missing persons in these large natural areas, bro.
I love it.
Nodal Notable cases like Stacey Ann Ayres and Dennis Martin underscore the risks and tough difficulties of exploring national parks. Unveiling the mysteries of, here we go. This will be a good one. This will be a good page. Unveiling the mysteries. How many people disappear in national parks? Shocking. Discover the chilling truth about. I'm going to bring this page up. If I bring it up, I
Look
can't
at
read
the
it.
fucking number.
I'm looking for it. 1,000 individuals go missing each year. There it is, bro.
There we go. 1,000 people a year.
Individuals go miss. I had to search for it, Raj. Missing each year, bro. Dude, the fuck, man? What the fuck? What is happening?
So, and
What
out
is
of those,
happening?
dude, it's crazy. And out of those 600,000 people that go missing every year, 460,000 of them are children.
Oh, that hurts. That's sick.
That's sick.
That makes me want to throw up.
It's sick, dude.
Everybody's searching right now. I hear it. Missing 411.
This is what happens, bro.
I hear the clicks in my ear.
We're doing the missing thing, so I looked up the Disney thing again. And I was just looking through it, and it said, what does Disney do if a child goes missing? Children who become separated from their parents while in the park will be escorted to the nearest baby care center and lost children facility by a cast member.
Oh,
It says missing, not lost, not separated from your parents. It doesn't say anything about missing.
wait, what is it? Reread it. Read that again.
It says children who is the question is what does Disney do if a child goes missing? And it says children who become separated from their parents while in the park will be escorted to the nearest baby care center and lost children facility by a cast member.
A cast. I love it how they're all cast members and they're all in costumes, so
Yeah.
you don't know what they look like. You have no idea who they are.
No, a cast member, for me recently being there, a cast member is anybody that works there is considered a cast member.
I understand.
Yeah,
that.
instead of an employee.
I understand that. Still, though.
Yeah, this is crazy if this is true. There's the treaty that's Eisenhower signed is the United Nations Treaties and Principles on Outer Space. This isn't it. Never mind. Scratch that. I was gonna say this doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's what this does, though. Conspiracy shit. You go look up shit, and some of it just doesn't make sense, bro.
It's not taking me where I want. I gotta go to something different. Hold on.
No doubt, bro.
49,000 people go missing from national parks.
So over 1.6 million missing persons cases have been recorded in national parks, with a concerning number of individuals deceased. In 2020 alone, 49,306 acres are cases. Oh, I'm sorry. I need glasses from Florida Mike.
I know. I don't know why you don't have them on.
I definitely need eyeglasses.
I highlighted the urgent need to
Get a
address
magnifying glass.
missing persons in the large natural areas.
Now-
Notable case. Go ahead. What do you got?
So, with all them people, right? So, aren't the most Bigfoot sightings in national parks?
I don't know.
Bigfoots? Yeah.
Yeah.
Majority of them, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Notable cases like Stacey Ann Ayres and Dennis Martin underscore. All right, so I said around 1,000 people vanish in national parks annually. Okay, so we already said that.
Hey, Mike, look up MJ12 real quick, would you?
I'm reading key takeaways here.
Look up MJ12. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Yo, 1.6 million missing person cases. I'm gonna bring this up so I can
In a national park, right?
for overall. I'm gonna bring it up, so you guys see what this is. I'm not lying here. I want you to see what I'm seeing. Hold on a minute. I'm bringing it up.
Trying to find. There's this fucking article.
Florida
FBI.gov. Let's see what it has to say about Majestic 12.
Majestic 12. Yeah. That's what it is.
So here we go. Listen. 1.6 million total cases. Those found deceased, 864,000 plus. So that means eight in the middle. So 864,000 died. Simple math, 1.6 million. That means 800,000 are just missing. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Poof. Poof.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
coming up.
Weird.
Mikey, what do you got on M12, bro? Because I found some shit.
So, just by reading the first part, it says that Majestic 12 in 1988, with 2 FBI officers received similar versions of a memo titled Operation Majestic 12, claiming to be a highly classified government document. The memo appeared to be a briefing for newly elected President Eisenhower on a secret committee created to exploit a recovery of an extraterrestrial aircraft and to cover up this work from public examination. The
So
Air
they
Force
basically were
Huh?
they're like a recovery team, right? Is what I'm reading.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
I pulled an Anthony. Sorry, I got reading and just spit something out.
oh no, you're good. You're good. They're trying to say that it's fake, but if you click on FBI.gov, like, or you put in MJ12, and then go to the FBI.gov link.
Yeah, I found something on
There's 24 documents on it. Some of it's redacted.
See, that's the shit when you know it's important.
Yeah, like it's fake, but why is it redacted if it's fake?
Why is it redacted if it's fake? Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
let's see. I got right here. I got Majestic 12, also known as Magic 12 and MJ12 for short, is organization that appears in fake documents first circulated by the UFOologists in 1984, and that some UFO conspiracy theorists still claim to have existed. Organization is claimed to be code name of alleged secret committee of scientists, military leaders, and government officials formed in 1947 by an executive order by U.S. President Harry Truman to facilitate, recover, and investigate alien spacecraft. The conspiracy gained notoriety over the years after the federal FBI declared the documents to be completely bogus, and many UFOologists consider them to be elaborate hoax.
dude,
But it's redacted.
top secret, majestic, eyes only documents.
So there's obviously
about-
shit they don't want people to see.
Yeah, talks about a Majestic 12 group. It's almost like Men in Black,
Yeah,
right?
pretty
The
much.
agents
Yeah.
that go after UFOs and like aliens. So this said that it was started by a classified executive order of President Truman on the 24th of September, 1947.
Yep.
Get ready for this, Anthony. Type this in. Upon recommendation by Dr. Vannevar Bush,
Spell
Doc-
that. Doctor.
Dr. Vannevar Bush.
Yeah. Space Bush. Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Van
They
der
were.
Bush.
So if you go to the next page, it said that
Go
a
ahead.
civilian pilot, 1947, June 24th, flew over the Cascade Mountains in the state of Washington, and observed 9 aircraft speed. Although this was not the first time citing this in a public and such objects. Sorry, this stuff's really old. It was the first to gain widespread attention.
So I want to bring up Vannevar Bush here. See what it says about him. Vannevar Bush, an American engineer, inventor, and science administrator who, during World War II, headed the U.S. Office of Scientific Research and Development, through which almost all wartime military was carried out, including important developments in the radar and the early administration Manhattan Project. What's the Manhattan
Ooh.
Project?
Ooh.
What's the Manhattan Project? Should I open that up?
Yep. Ooh, there's a whole documentary on Netflix about the Manhattan Project.
So we got the Manhattan Project was a research and development program undertaken during World War II to produce the nuclear weapons. Holy shit. Okay. This is all coming together now. Wow. What do you got, Raj? What do you got on this? This is
On the
fucking
Manhattan
wild.
Project?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull something up real quick. I was looking up the Hudson Valley UFO, but
Well,
Hey,
I
this
mean,
stuff's fake. This stuff's fake, but look at all that. That's redacted on this one document.
yeah,
But it's
come on.
fake.
yeah,
Come on.
that's crazy, dude. You're taking out whole segments of it, dude. Yeah, the Manhattan
And
Project.
everyone who's listening, this is on FBI.gov. MJ12.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, so like, dude, this was where Los Alamos and shit is where Bob Lazar was. That's where he worked at Los Alamos S4. Like, those are the scientists that they went and basically said, all right, this is what you're gonna come do with us now. Boom. Pull some
Dude.
shit up. What you got? Yeah, man.
That's some shit. That is some shit. Sorry, I'm just scrolling.
Yeah,
Dude.
and pull up type in Hudson Valley UFO.
Got you.
It's gonna just, you can go probably pull up a Wikipedia page and it will have a video. This was 1984.
I got it. I'm already there, buddy. Well, remove this share screen. The share screen thing is a pain in the ass, guys, because you got to stop, remove, add a whole bunch of
Guys,
crap.
you're doing a great job, man. Doing a great job. While Ant's doing that, let's make sure our listeners, followers, make sure you guys take a second, go to Apple or Spotify, leave us a review, YouTube, like, share, subscribe to the page, trying to get the followers up on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We're pretty much on everything but TikTok, so you can find us everywhere. Make sure you guys go check us out, trying to boost the ratings a little bit. Reviews will help. It will get us in the algorithm. But trying to do some things with this, boys. Trying to do some things.
Absolutely.
What you got, Ant? Pull it up.
I'm trying to bring just the pictures up, and it's not.
If you go to just images, it should pull right up.
Let's see. I got it here.
So in the 1980s, Mike, Hudson Valley area.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the wiki up first, and I'll read it here. We got in the 1984 in Hudson Valley, there was a UFO sighting. Westchester Boomerang, they called it.
Yeah.
So we had pilots flew Cessna 152 in type formation. State police reported that the pilots expressed amusement and the confusion caused. So they're saying they're trying to say it was a bunch of pilots flying Cessnas, and it was a hoax.
That picture looks just like a Cessna, doesn't it? Get out of here.
No, definitely not.
So I'm looking in that Vandervar guy.
Yep.
And 1940 to 1941, he was the chairman of the National Defense Research Committee and then chairman of the Aeronautics.
Yep.
You know that guy was building stuff, dude.
He was, dude. Look at this is what they said. You're saying that they're all Cessnas that were fucking
right
flying in coordination.
That close together like that, my ass.
My ass, for real, dude.
That's fucking bullshit. There's such, dude. The Hudson Valley area was huge for that. UFOs. There's Bigfoot sightings down there in the Catskills.
That's wild.
You know, up in the same thing with the Adirondacks, though. There's UFO sightings up there all the time too.
Reports primarily occurred from. I'm just going to read this for a minute too. Primarily March 1983 through the summer of 1984 in the Westchester Hudson Valley region of the northern United States, including Westchester County. Hey guys, I have this weird memory. Do you guys ever have like memories like of when you don't know when they are, what the time frame was? But I swear to God, so I had my bedroom, the house on North Lake, and it overlooked our neighbor's house down a hill. But I used to look out the window and just check out what was going on. I used to smoke a little bit of weed out the window when in high school and everything. But this was long before I was doing any of that stuff. I think I was very, very, very young, and I was looking out the window, guys, and I swear I just saw like a floating It looked like Saturn to me. What would be like Saturn, basically. It was
An
like
orb.
it was a floating orb. Yes, dude. And I have no idea what it was, what it could have been.
Go to the Instagram chat real quick while you're telling
Got
me the story.
Got you, because I don't know if it was. I don't know if what it was, Raj, and what time frame it was. But dude,
I've never seen an orb, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some shit in the sky. I've seen some shit. I look in the sky all the time. I posted that video a couple weeks ago. That was not an airplane. Me and my buddy were looking at.
no, I remember you said that. I know. And
It
again, you
wasn't
don't know.
airplane.
Here's the deal. Well, nowadays, you don't know if it's you don't know.
It could
Raj,
have been a drone. It could have been a military drone or government drone of some sort too. Could have been a Google drone where they're scanning us or whatever.
Raj, I still have the last thing that came through was the map here.
Yeah, go right above that. This should be like talking about a pilot.
Oh, okay, got you.
You see it?
Yep, I wasn't sure.
Pull that one up. We'll kind of relate to what you were just talking about.
Got you. Buddy. Okay.
Let's see what his he is.
E-175. There's another one, 777 up there high off the right side that's descended to 28. That might be those two aircraft, I'm not sure.
This thing went 180 degrees in like a second.
Oh, goodness. All right. Yeah, let me know if you see it again. We'll make a report.
Well, the details, it literally went from one coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then since we spoke to you last, it flashed us like 3-4 times, and we are still looking at it now.
So where is it roughly if I was to give you a traffic call?
I would say probably 60, 80 miles in front of us, and it looks like it's having, I don't know, it's flashing towards us. But it is definitely not an airplane. It doesn't have the strobe lights or anything on it. It's just this bright orange going on and off. Yep, this definitely wasn't an airplane. Well, you're going to think I'm crazy. There's something that just went from right to left to right in a blink.
Right there, right? Crazy, right? Wait, where you said seeing an orb type thing, flashing light, like, and when you're in the sky like that, bro, 80, 100 miles ain't shit. That's a blink of an eye.
Yeah, dude, that's super close.
That's fucking
It's wild.
That's a pilot. That's the whatever the fuck TSA or whatever the hell the.
Could you imagine the shit some pilots have seen over the years, like just flying in general? Like,
I would love to get a pilot on here, dude, like a commercial pilot, just to fucking chop it up and like get one who's willing to say like, yeah, I've seen shit in the sky, you know.
Florida
Don't be
Mike,
afraid.
I do feel like though sometimes with like those videos you see when like they go up with and asking the pilots like if the Earth is flat around, it's just pilots are fucking with dudes at that point. Like you ever see the videos? They're just fucking. They're fucking with them, dude. They're like, oh, definitely, no doubt, flat. They say to him, like, there's like they'll like be videoing him, and they're asking, what do you see? He's like, oh, no doubt in my mind, the Earth is flat. Like the pilot is like saying this. It's just funny, like
it's being sarcastic.
Because we could have a pilot on, and we don't have to show their face. Like we don't have to give their name or show their face either. So we could just do an audio with the person. So
that would be
Vandivar. His whole family tree is Freemason.
Rabbit hole right now.
Yeah, Dr. Vandivar Bush is his whole family tree is tied to Freemasons.
Yeah, he's a Bush. Is he tied into the George Bush and all them? He's got to be related to them somehow, right? All these people are always fucking related.
Bush, same last name.
They're always related, dude. There's always tied in, like all the presidents, being related all the way up to Trump.
Let's talk.
Pelosi.
He 100% was a Freemason, so he was a minister, and you have to be in order to go up in the degrees. You do have to do some type of ministry or preach or whatever they say.
Yeah.
And he was a Universalist church. What on earth does that even mean?
What's a universalist
Sorry,
church?
Scientology shit.
I'm gonna look it up right now. What a universalist
What were you gonna?
church.
Yeah, what were you gonna say you wanted to talk about
Oh,
before you forget? Like you just
Yeah, I
did.
forgot it.
I already forgot, brother. Bring it back. What were you talking about? It was
Mikey's talking about the Masons. It sounded like you wanted to talk about something more recent.
It was, and I totally forgot. Good lord. You know what? I hate that shit. I hate when it
Hey
happens.
man, it happens, bro.
Hey
It
man.
happens.
I'm so mad. It was a good conspiracy too, dude. Happening. Shit.
Yeah, but I want to get someone on. I'd love to get the Lore Lodge or David Politis on here to talk more about that missing 411. I want you guys to seriously like watch that documentary. Like for you, Anthony, I mean, watch the whole thing, but like the first 45 minutes of it is basically about the Tom Messick story, and it's cool because they're talking about local shit as well for us. And I'm always willing to take a field trip. Always willing to take a field trip and do something like that.
Mike, I think we're gonna be taking a lot of field trips when he comes up here in the upstate. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that weekend, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend.
Hell yeah,
I think it's gonna be. I honestly think it's gonna be a better weekend than anticipated.
Maybe.
If that makes sense. There's gonna be a lot of golf involved here locally in the 518.
There better be.
100%, baby. 100%.
So
let's go.
Yeah, we'll have to film like fucking 3 live podcasts for that. We'll set up
You already know we're gonna. You already know. I have the studio. I have the fucking room right here. You guys are going to be here in the studio, and we will be doing a conspiracy chaos episode in my studio. I already have the spot. I already have.
You gotta get that shitty Mets jersey off the wall, and then we'll be all set.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
You guys just better be paying attention to my Cubs. But Universalists. I put, do Universalists believe in Jesus as their God? And it says Universalists see Jesus as a moral exemplar who personified acceptance, compassion, and inclusion, although they do not recognize him as a God.
What the fuck does that even mean?
That's some made up church scam, dude.
Do these people make this shit up literally as they go?
Cult.
Do they?
Because their God's probably the cult leader. That's why they don't look at him as a God, because it's probably a cult. That's how these cult things fucking start.
Well, that's their. Where'd it go?
I can look it up.
Mike, you ever hear of the NXIVM cult?
That's the emblem. The NXIVM cult.
They're from up here. They're from up here. Tell them all about them. He should hear.
There was they had their office right around the corner from me. There was a few celebrities involved. They had that Alex Mack. She was on what the fuck was that Superman TV show? Smallville.
Mm-hmm.
She was an actress on Smallville, but it was basically a cult. They were recruiting and what do you call it? Breeding women into the fucking just being with this guy.
Brands. They were branding people with fucking
and shit, dude. Like right here, like no one knew that cult was going. And it was like a nice ass. They had a house in a nice ass neighborhood up in the Clifton Park area and shit.
Yep. No, I used to. Their place was in Colony. I used to drive by.
Yeah, dude, it was right behind where I used to work. It was literally around the corner.
I remember when it came up on the news and shit. I'm like, I fucking drive by there all the time, dude. I know that place. Dude. Yeah, it was dude, there's literally all sorts of Florida Mike. Look this up right now. NXIVM cult, upstate New York, dude. And you'll go down this rabbit hole.
It was a huge trial.
They were basically like talked into, like a lot of movie stars and shit also were like talked into, like, if I remember correctly, basically you're gonna get gifted, right? Like,
it was but it was like C and D level movie stars. Like
right, exactly.
John Travolta's and Christopher Walken's. You were getting your fucking Frank Smith and Johnny Rocket.
How did you spell like the purple pill, right? NEXIUM.
So, yeah.
No, it's NXIVM.
There
you got it. All right, you already got it. What do you got there for Mike? Read it for me. You got it in front of you?
I'll go off the New York Times. There's a couple of them. I just kind of opened it. The cult-like organization in which,
Keith
Whoa.
Rainier, Ken Rainier, Keith Rainier, Ken Rainier,
Keith
something like
Rainier
that.
was his name. Yep.
Keith Rainier,
Mm-hmm.
the organization in which a harem of sexual slaves were branded with its founders' initials on their pelvises and coerced into having sex with them. First captured mainstream attention in 2017. Several former members shed light on the group's practices. One of the victims was 15 years old. Keith Rainier was sentenced to 120 years in federal prison for
Yeah.
trafficking and other crimes.
Rot in fucking hell, you scumbag.
Yeah, I forget how that story got exploited. I forget how all this shit came out, and he got
A lot of people escaped it, bro. They escaped it, and they fucking ratted him out. Is what it was. They escaped the cult, and they threw him under the bus. It's exactly how it came out.
They would give all their money to this thing and give it all their money to him and shit too. Like it's basically pimp.
Oh yeah, it says an estimated 18,000 people enrolled into the group's workshops, including its executive success programs. Most participants only took a few classes, but some members became ardent followers of Mr. Rainier, calling
Yup.
him Vanguard and regarding him as the most ethical man in the world.
Yup. Yeah,
The
he, so
people
that's what the story was, bro. That's what the story was. He said he created like these workshops to like grow you in your career, basically,
Yeah.
and to enter it. And that's exactly what the story was. And then they brainwashed you from there, bro. Once you got into that program, they fucking brainwashed you. There's a lot of brainwashing going on these days, isn't there?
Okay,
Isn't there?
should never stop, bro.
Yeah, like it says, 2017, several former members had asked New York State authorities to investigate next VM. The complaints focused on a secretive subgroup within the organization called the VAL or DOS, an acronym for a Latin phrase that roughly translates to Lord Master of the Obedient Female Companions. Most members were branded and some were assigned to have sex with Mr. Rainier. The Sisterhood, which was billed as an empowerment group, comprised circles, each led by a master who recruited slaves. In time, the subordinates also recruited their own slaves.
Yep. So it was a pyramid basically.
Yeah.
It
says,
Ghislaine Maxwell is to go and grab
Yep.
for him and just keep the rotation going.
And it
Every
says
time
the women are required to hand over collateral, embarrassing or incriminating information, including nude photographs that would be publicly released if they disclosed any existence of the club.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sound
That's
sound
what it was.
familiar?
Yeah,
Epstein.
Sound
Yeah.
familiar?
same shit, bro. It's the same shit. And it's
Yeah.
still going on. There's just a different person running it now. That's all.
Yeah,
though.
for sure. That's all it is. Next in line.
Sad shit. For sure.
It really is, bro, guys. It is. I want to go throw up now. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Welcome to reality now, pal. You're woke.
460,000 kids a year.
You're woken to the bullshit, man. You see shit differently, and so you're definitely gonna see, like, you're gonna feel a different way about shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just how it is, you know. Before when you didn't care, per se, like you cared, but like you weren't looking at it in a different way. To now where you're like, oh shit, that's really what they're doing, these fucking scumbags. Opposed to like, oh, that's just terrible. Now it's like, oh man, what really happened with that crash?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see this world differently than most
Right.
people.
Now that you guys brought it all to my attention, did you guys notice me? Like, I point this shit out.
You're
fucking,
posting
like-
more conspiracy shit than us. I love it.
I do. No, I know. But I
But like,
text you
literally,
guys.
think about it. 2 years ago, you would have been like, with this recent helicopter crash, you probably would have seen it while you were at work in the paper. I'm like, oh man, that's terrible, right? Now you look at it and you're like, oh shit, I wonder what
Question mark.
CEO,
Question
what
mark.
happened to that?
Question
Yeah.
mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Now it's a whole different view you have. I mean, it's probably driving your whole family crazy, but
Did you see you guys had another plane crash up there?
Yep.
yeah, that was just a little south of us. That was a young couple.
They said weather. Right.
There was
Yeah.
some lady who won like trophies. She was like a champion or whatever. There was like 6 people.
I don't know the story behind it. Tell me more.
I don't know. I'm asking you guys. You guys are from up there.
I know the plane went down, and it was because they said, I believe, because it was bad weather. It was it was unexpected, like hail,
The
sideways
wind or something.
wind and shit. Yep. Look it up, Florida Mike. I believe
Hey,
that's the
dude,
story of why.
Mikey, I was on the golf course today, bro. It was 65, 70. I was getting, I'm 6'1", 6'2", almost 200 pounds, and I was getting pushed by the wind. So
Is
it
this
was,
where's this fucking wind coming from, Barrage? Has it ever been this fucking windy, dude? Ever?
Yeah, Karina
that's what my
Groff,
friend.
former
My man Bogey
NCAA
was-
Woman of the Year.
Hold on, Raj. Go ahead. What Florida Mike?
Six died private plane crashes in Hudson Valley.
Yep.
Former NCAA Woman of the Year,
Okay.
Karina Groff.
Damn.
Does it say a reason? Does it say a reason or why?
I can click on it. I didn't click on it. I'm just reading different titles.
I'm just curious if I'm right about the wind or what they said. I believe it. They said it was unexpected, like weather. What do you got?
I'm hold on, breezing through, seeing if I can see it.
Patrick says, you know, it's hard not to look at the world a different way.
That's absolutely
Once you
true.
know, it's hard not to look at the world a different way. Very true. Very true. So I was saying, it's just like once you're out, it's so crazy because like even now, and when you watch a Disney movie with your kids, you're gonna see all these fucking symbols, and you're gonna be like, Jesus, look at this. Moana's riding around on a pedo symbol.
I sent them to you guys. I sent it to you when
Monsters Inc. You're looking at the A103. It's like then I'm watching Lilo and Stitch, and the license plate is A103. I'm like, yo, really?
What the fuck is happening?
Fuck, dude.
Why do they keep throwing these symbols out to us?
And I want to
Literally.
know this too. Like, I guess we got to kind of look back to like some of the Disney movies we watched as kids, like from like the Mighty Ducks Disney movies to like Blank Check, some of those kind of movies. I want to watch some of those and see if there's any symbolism in those that we just missed because we weren't aware of it, you know. There's
Good
another
idea.
guy. There's a guy, Isaac Weishaupt. He breaks down the whole Hollywood occult and
Didn't he die, right?
no, Isaac Weishaupt. No, that's Isaac Cappy who got
Okay.
suicide. Yeah,
Suicide. Jump off a bridge.
Whoa! Can't say that. You'll get flagged. We're live though, so no taking it back. So hopefully I yelled over you loud enough because I had to myself.
No takesies, backsies.
No takesies, backsies. Now we're live, but yeah, Isaac Weishaupt. He does what the fuck is it called?
You fucking
I lost my track of thought. The Illuminati confirmed. So he pulls up things where in movies or whatever, and like where they're like the Oscars or Emmys or whatever it is, and he sees like celebrities doing like Illuminati symbols. He always calls it out, and then he dives into it and traces it back to how they're into the Illuminati and the dark arts of Hollywood shit.
I mean, look what just most recently popped up about the symbols, right? What was it? The Katy Perry freaking adventure to space. You see
I
that?
forgot. We didn't even talk. See, dude, that's such bullshit to me that it's not even worth talking about. Like,
Sure, there's,
otherwise-
when you flip that patch upside down, it's the Baphomet head. And then when she
really?
gets out, when she gets out of the container, she does the Baphomet symbol.
Always, yeah. Throwing them
Yeah.
deuces.
I sent a video to our thing about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah. Total bullshit.
Yo, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, guys. Sometimes those feeds and those I get so lost and so many videos come across. You tell me to go like, did you see that video? I'm like, what fucking one, dude? We got 18,000 of them coming across our messages. You don't
Go on the chaos messenger. You'll see it.
All right,
just
Link, go
go on
find
the
it.
chaos.
It
That's all
looks
you
like
gotta go on the
it looks
chaos
like
page.
it looks like the
You'll find
tip
it.
of a tip of a mushroom cap. We'll say.
Yeah, it's
right, let me go
torture.
look
It was Katy Perry, Gail
Yeah.
King, who else?
Yeah, 6 girls.
Jeff Bezos' fiance,
Yeah.
I think I
Laura
got it.
Sanchez.
It's like the 5th video up or 4th video up.
But they went up there for what, 11 minutes or 11
Yeah,
seconds?
something like that. Yeah.
Hold on
Yeah.
a minute, guys. I think I see it. Bear with me. This freaking share screening. I gotta erase, stop, reshare.
It's
They
all right,
can't-
man. You're
It
doing,
can't just stay up there. Literally, it's some of this
it's just
StreamYard is
crazy, dude.
some
That
of this
thing-
StreamYard is cool and everything it's doing, but like with AI, but some of it they need help. But all right, here we go. Is it this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. They wanted to make it look like Bezos opened the door, but they already opened it. And then when he
Yeah.
opens
So
it,
use the tool and
it's already open. And his balls ain't all open. Yeah, they didn't want us to see that. It's all a show, bro.
wait. Hold on. That's not the right one. There's one with Katy. It was all about Katy Perry.
There's
I'll
no.
scroll up a little bit.
Hold on, I'll find it. Hold on, I will.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just all-
Tell me when to
it
stop.
just shows
go up.
all-
It's above the guy with the 1954. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, just skipped on me. Oh, just skipped on me again. All our conversation.
and it's
Oh,
all-
this was funny. Can I play this one?
It's just before the robot. Hold on. We'll play it
All
later.
right.
Hold on. Go
All right,
down.
okay. Down.
Remember, yeah, down. Not up. Down.
All
We're
right.
going towards our most recent.
It keeps skipping.
Who are we looking for? Katy Perry.
Yeah, it's the Jeff Bezos called Truth Earth 911. Keep going down. You'll see it looks like a face of a robot. It's right underneath that.
Tell me when to stop.
Cash Patel. He's been doing. There's a
Yeah,
robot.
keep going.
Mm-hmm.
It's just below that one. That one
This
right
one?
there.
Here.
Jeff Bezos is literally waiting to open the spaceship for Katy Perry with a tool. Then the door opens and they run over and tell them to close it. And then, obviously, a few minutes later, Jeff Bezos goes over with that handy tool and opens the door. And they all are like, wait, whoa. They messed up on TV, but I've got more evidence of this fakery. Check this out.
Stop it, dude.
So this is Hive moderation. It detects AI and deepfake imagery and videos. I was convinced that this Blue Origin video was fake, so I put it through Hive moderation. And look what we get, 82%. Wow.
So obviously straight away there was two pretty
Right,
good
right.
evidences of a bit of fakery. But what about the badge? When you flip this badge, it looks like this in the corner.
Ooh, hello.
And then you think about how many people went. There were 6 of them, and look at their arm positions at the back right there.
What is happening?
What are they doing right there?
They're doing the
That
Baphomet symbol.
resembles this photo in the
Good
corner.
stuff.
What does this logo
Yeah.
look like
Are you
when it's
fucking kidding
inverted?
me right now?
Obviously, this were all for entertainment. That was fictional as a dinosaur, baby. So Jeff Bezos is literally waiting to open the space.
Whoa.
In our faces, bro.
Whoa.
They put it right in our face,
Well, for
man.
Right in your face.
Entertainment. They did it right in front
Wow,
of
they
us,
had him
guys.
standing in the background, set up. Wow.
Yeah, you saw their arm positions, like the satanic symbol.
Yo, guys, I need to go to bed.
Insane.
I wish I wish that thing fucking
that fucks
went to
me up.
space and just kept going. I wish it was I wish it was the first thing to ever break the firmament through the Van Allen belt and just fucking kept
Dude.
going.
Flat Earth Dave, he did one on it, and he said that
Dude,
the rocket
I
was like a dick with 5 chicks in it.
Flat Earth Dave at Tripoli show in Connecticut when I was with XG this past summer.
The fittest
When
flat
you gonna hit him
earther,
up? When you
or
gonna hit
whatever
him
his
up?
name is.
Raj, go
Yeah.
hit him up. I'm waiting for you to do it. I see him on. I could hit him up on
I
Messenger.
thought I already did, didn't I?
No, go on Messenger. Nobody hit him up on
No, I
IG.
thought I hit him up. I thought I did.
I almost guarantee you that dude. He'll go on a podcast with 3 followers to fucking tell people the Earth is flat, bro. I promise you. He'll have a whole fucking display.
Oh yeah,
He'll
he's
come
been
up-
on. I've listened to him on a bunch of Tripoli and
Anything.
other podcasts.
he comes ready and prepared, bro. He'd be a fun listen. So reach out to Flat
I
Earth
will. I'll hit him up.
for sure, dude.
I'll hit him up. But let's close this out. Once again.
Please, I need to go to bed with all this. This is fucking me up, bro.
Yeah, this is wild. Appreciate you boys always jumping on,
I love
and
it.
as well, and then appreciate everybody tuning in. Been hitting up the listeners. We've been getting pretty good downloads on the audio side of things.
Whoop, whoop.
Love to pick up the YouTube side of things. That's why we're doing the lives. So make sure you
YouTube's
guys.
tough, dude. It's a grind.
There's so many things on YouTube. There's everything you're looking for is on YouTube. So if you're looking for conspiracies, hopefully you're checking out Conspiracy Chaos. Like and share. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on X. And do we have a Facebook page?
Not
For
yet.
chaos?
Should we do one? Should we put one together? We don't yet.
Yeah,
Thank you to the listeners that hung out all night with us.
yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
very
for the listeners. Yeah, we've had a few
We have
guys locked in here for the most of the night.
Yeah, that's been
Sitting
cool. Man.
around for an hour, kicking it with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, it's listen, it's a small grind. It's a bit. Oh, there's 4. There's one more that just logged in at the end. Yeah, it's a small grind. Raj, I was just talking to Florida Mike about this at the very beginning, dude. Like, it's a grind, man, from the ground up, man. Everything, a business, this thing, and it's fucking a true grind. And I'll just say this. I'll just say this on the pod. This end, we truly appreciate everybody tuning in because we see you guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Growing.
We're working on some things like if we're looking for some sponsors too, if anybody's interested in sponsors, because I'll tell you, I have the numbers for the audio and I'm impressed with what we've done so far. I'll leave it at that. It's crazy when I go and look at it. Like I won't look for a couple of days and then I'll pop back and look and I'm like, no, people like conspiracies, man. People really, 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 really like conspiracies.
I think what that is, dude, is you have people on a podcast and they just literally probably search conspiracy, right? And now it comes up and a whole line of podcasts come off for conspiracies and they fucking give us a listen, bro. I love it.
Yeah, so we're doing pretty good with the numbers. I would just love to get the YouTube video
YouTube. Yeah, I agree.
numbers up a little bit, get those views. So
yeah, man.
and Instagram followers, because that's like I think I've missed out on 2 pretty decent guests because they look at the numbers like, oh, I'm like, yeah, we're 4 or 5 episodes in. What do you expect? You know?
Wait, no, Raj. Do we have to go pay for fucking fake followers? Like, is that what we have to do?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really want to do it, but maybe get a check mark.
All the fake followers.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. We built the whole.
So we just do it the way we're doing it.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. We built the whole golf end different, but let's just keep rolling this way. I like it, man. I like how it's rolling. I like the momentum we got.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm still working on trying to lock down a date with Sam and XG, get those guys on here. I'll hit up Flat. I thought I did message Flat Earth Dave, to be honest. I don't know if
I could confirm you did not because I just went and checked.
So what are you guys doing for 420/Easter?
Oh,
So
man, high as fuck.
we got the Pitch Putt and Puff 420 weekend, kind of co-sponsored by the Helium Collective. So I'm gonna have a nice little treat for everybody showing up to the course, and the Helium boys are hooking me up a little something for got a little something. But we're gonna get out there and play 18. It's supposed to be 75 and sunny, so I'm excited. The weather has been like a roller coaster, Mike. It was 34 degrees today and windy. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 50s. Hopefully, I'm going to get out there. I'm playing at noontime, and then maybe going to try to pop back out with Ant for a couple holes at the end of the day.
Tomorrow afternoon, baby. It's going to be fun.
Let's go.
Yep.
I'm thinking about the boys while I'm working tomorrow, but
Yeah, I was freezing my ass off out there today. But appreciate everybody tuning in.
appreciate everyone.
We'll be back again on Monday night with another episode for you. Probably pop on the live if we don't have a guest. And then, like I said, make sure everybody subscribes. Share this, leave a review on the audio side of things with Apple or Spotify. You can leave reviews on there, and we appreciate you guys all tuning in. And close us out.
like schemes. Hidden agendas ain't as crazy as they seem. Voices in the dark amplifying dreams.